head was going all over the place, but Miss Brissett is gonna be so proud, even though she's gonna act like she's not. And guys, keep angry. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new, welcome. You know what time it is. It's a yearly tradition at this point. We will be going through our CXC results together. If you haven't seen my last two videos, please go watch them. Also, follow me on Instagram and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what are you even doing here? This is my third year of showing my CXC results. The last 2 years I did CSEC, I did 8 subjects. Go watch those for the details. And this year I did 5 CAPE subjects, 4 unit 1s and 1 unit 2. Wait, 2 didn't have any units, but we'll talk about that. Also, in my other videos I gave tips on the subjects that I did, and in this video I'll be giving tips as well, so stick around. If you aren't new here, you know the drill. First I'll talk about how I felt doing the exams, my predictions, then we'll look at the results, and then if you want to stick around for some tips, then you can do that. So the subjects I did were Biology Unit 2, Chemistry Unit 1, Environmental Science Unit 1, Communication Studies, and Integrated Math. And guys, keep angry. If you are coming out of CSEC and you're about to do CAPE and you're like, oh, CAPE, don't do that. Please don't do that. CAPE is so hard, and I don't mean to scare you because you can do it, but it was so difficult, especially with chemistry. I did chemistry last year in evening school. You know, I had to do the entire syllabus in 1 year, and I went from CSEC chemistry barely knowing anything, and then I came to CAPE chemistry. I struggled, but it's over. And honestly, the last 2 years I felt anxious about results, but I was like, I think I did well, but this year I have no idea, and that's scary. So let's talk about the individual subjects. For biology, I started to read early before September even started, but I was reading for Unit 1 because all my other subjects were Unit 1, so I was like, okay, I'm doing Biology Unit 1. So I was reading ahead for Biology Unit 1 when I came to class. And mind you, I started schools a couple days late because I was overseas and my flight was extended too long, but we were doing Biology Unit 2. It wasn't great. Like with the, if you know, you know, with the Krebs cycle and all of those crazy stuff, it was not great. And my teacher, she means well, but she's kind of harsh. She marks really harshly, so you kind of dread the subject. But best believe HIH reviews brought us through that syllabus video. We were all watching it the morning of it. I watched that video, I read the textbooks, and I believe that in the end I put enough work in, and my lab grade was also okay. It was 80 something, not great, but at least it's 80. Paper 2 was okay. Paper 1 was good. So I feel like for biology, I am getting a 2. I don't feel like I did well enough to get a 1, but I don't feel like I did badly enough. And I'm so scared because what if I'm overestimating myself? Like for chemistry unit 1, yeah, it was rough. And it was so interesting too. Like, I loved the theory, but I just couldn't get it at some points. And paper 1, that was my first paper. And I came out saying, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I didn't even finish the syllabus. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I went through so many past papers and I saw only like 4 repeat questions. And all of them, the new questions, like, if I'm gonna get new questions, at least make them from something I know. But all of them were from module 3, and I was like, what did I do to deserve this? Paper 2 was a bit better, and the things I didn't know, I guessed. Like, I used my past chemistry knowledge and I was on the right track. So for chemistry, I don't think I'm gonna get anything higher than a 3, but I'm delusionally hoping for at least a 2. My lab grades were really good. So I'm hoping that I can pull my grade up to at least a 2. But realistically, for chemistry, I'm predicting a 3. For communication studies, it was a roller coaster. All of the answers look correct. And when you're writing, even if you don't make any errors, if the marker doesn't agree with your points or something, it's just, there is no real right or wrong answer, and it just depends. But the paper 1 didn't go horribly. I have no idea how much I got on my eyes for that one. And the paper 2 was good. I finished everything. I feel like I made some solid points. I feel like my grammar was on point. So for communication studies, I'm predicting a 2. For math, I had a lot of trouble with it, especially in my mind. Like, I'm not really a math person. I always say myself, I'm not a math genius. My mind is constantly working against me. So I'm already putting failure into my head, and that's not good. So that's something I definitely had to work on. I didn't complete all the syllabus. I completed foundations and calculus, which the time I took to complete calculus, I could have just completed statistics, because for calculus, the only thing I could do well was limits, and we got like 1 limits question on the paper. I'm predicting a 4 or a 3. Should I be generous? I'm gonna predict a 3. Finally, for environmental science, I felt really scared, and this is why. In environmental science, I did really good. I only failed 1 test this year, and that was my first communication studies test, but I never got anything below 90 on environmental science. And I got scared that what if the school tests were easy, and then I get overconfident and fail CAPE or don't do as well. So my teacher was saying many students do well in school with environmental science, but in CAPE they don't. But the subject was kind of a breeze for me. It was a combination of biology and social studies, and I just really enjoyed it. My IA was good. The paper 1, that was really good. The paper 2, I was running out of time a bit, but I feel like what I did well. So for environmental science, I'm predicting a 1. Okay, so let's discuss those results. For the first time, my predictions were entirely on point, and it was a bit disappointing, and I cried, but everyone around me was so happy. They're like, you did so well. But I feel like it's because I have such high standards for myself. But like, I am telling you guys that it's not the end of the world, but I like to think it's the end of the world. So I just had to get it together, and now I'm just grateful. For environmental science, as predicted, I got a 1, and I got a distinction. For biology, I also got a 1. Miss Brissett is gonna be so proud, even though she's gonna act like she's not. For communication studies, I got a 2, which I wanted a 1, but a 2 is still a good grade. A win is a win. For math, I got a 3, which was heartbreaking because I wanted at least a 2, but it's okay. You know, I got something else, which was a genuine love for the subject, and I just want to get better at it. So maybe that will push me in a sense, but at least I didn't fail. The one that hurt the most was a 3 in chemistry. I felt like that's what I was gonna get, and I feel like my hair, yeah, better. I feel like that was even generous because I thought I was gonna get a 4 or something. So I'm grateful that I at least got a 3, but I got a 3 in chemistry, and that broke my heart because chemistry is one of my favorite subjects. I just struggled a lot with it this year, and if you don't know, I'm planning to study biochemistry, so you know that I need chemistry, and maybe colleges are gonna look at that and be like, oh, she's not smart. My mind was going all over the place, but at the end of the day, I know that my God makes no mistakes. He was literally with me every single step of the way, and I'm grateful that I passed. I'm grateful that I got 2 1s. I'm grateful that I got a 2, and for the subjects I got a 3. I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm grateful that I at least passed because many students are literally begging for a pass or devastated because they didn't pass. So I I'm being grateful. Even though I didn't get all the grades that I wanted, I feel like I still have some good and valuable tips to share. Hopefully they help. First, for your science subjects, labs, I'd say every single year, labs are important. Even if you're doing paper 3, you still need to know about the labs because they always ask you about the experiments. What you can do, even before you get your labs, ask for the lab manual. Look up labs that you get for this CAPE unit, go through the labs and try to see how you do the experiment, how you'd write it up, know the content. That is so important and it saves so much time. Because if you try to write all your labs up at once, while you're supposed to be studying, you're going to be overwhelmed. So please get an early start on labs even before you start doing them or even writing them. Get familiar with the methods, like just get in with your labs. Also your IAs, please complete them the first semester. The only thing you're supposed to be doing to your IAs in the second semester are corrections, nothing else. Please, this is so important. You can even start your IAs over the summer, but please get them out of the way. This saved me so much. I aim to complete all my IAs as soon as possible, and this gave me a lot of time to focus on my labs and my studying. So you should do the same. The syllabus for each subject is online. Please get familiar as soon as possible. Even if you aren't studying, like if you believe that summer is for fun, fine. If you have to work during the summer, fine, but at least read through the syllabus. You don't have to study anything, but just know what you will be up against. Also, revise weekly. So instead of trying to cram everything the night before the exam, you absolutely need to revise weekly so that you can just have all the information in your mind. So when you're revising, you're just refreshing yourself. You're not trying to learn everything the night before. And you also have to be disciplined. Even if you don't feel like doing it, or you're like, just one more day, like exams are so far away, they will creep up on you. They creep up on me every year. Every year I say I'm gonna start early, and I do start early, and I'm still rushing at the end. You can never start early enough. Even start today, but you need to stay disciplined. Even if you tell yourself, okay, I'm tired, but I'll just do 5 minutes. You'll be surprised after those 5 minutes. You'll say, I can go a bit more. So you need to be disciplined. The next tip is to not look at what others are doing. Literally, find what works for you. There is something out there for you. I always say watch YouTube videos. I know that works for me the best because I just like watching YouTube and I get the information that way. But don't let anyone tell you that, oh, you write the notes, you remember it, like read the notes or do this. Find something that works for you. As long as it makes you enjoy studying, it makes you enjoy learning and understanding, do it. Because what works for someone else won't necessarily work for you. The final tip is to just not stress too much. I'm guilty of this sometimes. I know that it's hard, but once you've done everything that you're supposed to do, things should be fine. And sometimes things don't turn out fine, but at the end of the day, everything will be okay. If you don't do as well as you want to, I promise you in a few years, it won't even matter. And I want to say, regardless of what your results were like this year, regardless of what they will be like in the future, things will be fine. And CXC, CSEC, CAPE, it's not the end. I'm not saying don't try your best, definitely do, but if it comes to where your best fails you, it will be okay. I promise you that. I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned.